Tonight, a multi-city killing spree.
A Sterling Heights man in custody for 2 deadly attacks at 2 businesses. Police believe he would have killed more people if they hadn't stopped him.
It all started in Taylor at Pennsylvania Road near Telegraph at a trucking company where the suspected gunman used to work. Police say he shot and killed a man in his 40s, then stole a semi-truck.
He then, according to police, drove to Sheffield south of Walton in Pontiac to an aluminum company. There, investigators say he shot and killed a 58-year-old man.
Then he headed to Waterford, where he crashed at Dixie and Frem's after a shootout with police. 2 women injured in that crash. That suspect shot and taken into custody.
We have Team 7 coverage from Taylor to Pontiac. We begin with 7 Action News reporter Simon Shaquette, who has brand new information. And Simon, this could have been an even larger tragedy, right?
Yeah, the sheriff says this could have been so much worse. Take a look over here. This is where the intersection was, where it all came to an end, and witnesses are describing a horrific situation at their workplace.
People started scattering. We didn't know what was going on. People started running towards the incident.
Witness Stanford Brown describes running in fear after gunfire erupted at aluminum blanking company in Pontiac just after 11:30 a.m. Detectives confirming 58-year-old victim Heriberto Perez was shot multiple times in the back through an open window.
Seeing the body, and it was sad. Yeah.
I can't believe it happened at our shop. That's all I can tell you.
From there, driving a stolen semi-truck without a trailer, deputies say the shooter drove to Assure Trucking in Waterford and asked for another person by name. When he couldn't find him and was being pursued by police, he allegedly stopped on the road and opened fire on them. He was armed with a ton of ammunition and an AK-47 assault rifle.
Maybe 6 or 8 30-round magazines, unless you're planning something more extensive. Or maybe he planned to shoot it out at the end with police, which obviously he had no fear about doing because he stopped and engaged more than once.
Not done yet. The shooter continued driving before crashing into a car, leaving 2 women with minor injuries, then getting out and re-engaging officers with gunfire till he was finally shot and arrested. Thankfully, no police or deputies hurt.
It's not a good situation at all. I mean, when you've got a person clearly that stops in the middle of the road, turns around, gets out and starts shooting at police cars, he doesn't care about anything or anyone after he's already killed.
The 45-year-old suspect from Sterling Heights was out on bond for assault with a dangerous weapon last December. He is hospitalized now, expected to survive. Cops say he also gunned down a man, as we mentioned, in Taylor this morning at BSD Linehaul Michigan Inc. That is his former employer. And that is where we find Anu Prakash continuing our live coverage. Anu?
Simon, that's right. Police tell us that suspect came here to BSL Linehaul here in Taylor around 10 o'clock this morning. They say he walked in and started shooting right away.
I heard the noise. I was thinking somebody's like fixing something.
Gurpreet Kaur soon realized that noise was gunfire coming from BSD Linehaul, the business on the first floor of the building where she worked.
I was totally scared.
Umar Farouk was there working with her. He says he heard 5 or 6 shots.
We heard a couple of gunshots, and then a guy came upstairs and he was shouting. Then someone killed the guy downstairs, and someone took his truck. And we just locked our doors from inside and called 911 and waited for the cops to come over here.
Police say the 45-year-old suspect was a disgruntled former employee of BSD Linehaul. Around 10 this morning, they say he came in with an AK-47 and started shooting.
It's just a very brief encounter, just starts shooting. It looked like, again, it was a specific person. It wasn't a spraying rounds all over the place.
1 man was killed, and then police say the shooter went into the parking lot and at gunpoint forced a man out of his truck, got inside it, and drove to Pontiac to continue his killing spree. We're told the suspect had been fired from BSD Linehaul and had come here with a gun before.
In November of 17, he had an exchange, with the couple of employees there, and it turned violent, and we pursued criminal charges against them, and again, those cases are pending.
In that November 2017 incident here at BSD Linehaul, police say when he came here with that gun, he pointed it at some people, but in that case did not shoot his gun. At this point, investigators aren't saying exactly how long he had worked here or what was the reason for his firing. As for the victim, at this location, police have not released his name. Reporting live in Taylor, Anu Prakash, 7 Action News.
All right, Anu and Simon, thank you so much for the coverage. And don't forget, if you're ever in a situation like this, remember the run, hide, fight motto. Have an escape route in mind and leave your belongings and just run. And if you can't run, hide in an area out of the shooter's view, silence your phone, block the entry to your hiding place. And if you can't hide, fight. That is the last resort. Try to incapacitate that shooter, act with aggression, and throw items at the gunman. And our big story coverage continues online and throughout Action News at 6. Check out the shooter's timeline and detailed witness accounts at WXYZ.com.